His opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
I'm WWE superstar, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. WrestleMania is the biggest show as far as I'm concerned, as far as millions and millions of WWE Universe fans and non-WWE fans are concerned. It happens once a year. It's the greatest spectacle of sports entertainment. That's a lot of jargon that, that's used by the PR team to tell us what to say, but the truth of the matter is there is no bigger event than WrestleMania. I grew up in Ireland. I watched the World Cup final. I've watched, they say is one of the biggest sporting events in the world. This is just as good as it, if not better. It's 4 hours, 5 hours of just non-stop entertainment, action, drama, excitement, and people at the edge of their seats. What's it mean to me? Well, I mean, it's why I'm here, why I'm living in America, why I'm fulfilling my dream. I'm not going to lie, there's a couple of times I've been devastated and just really upset that I didn't make WrestleMania. I've been on the show pretty much every year except for 31 when I was coming back from an injury, but it's the biggest event. You want to be in there if you have any ambition at all, or if you have any goals. You want to be in a match, a marquee match. You want to be in a match that people care about, that people are emotionally involved in. Those storylines can literally start their toll 6 months out before Mania. It's a huge build-up to one massive spectacle. I can never pick out one moment. Winning the WWE Heavyweight Championship for the first time was amazing. My first WrestleMania moment obviously will be one I'll remember forever against Triple H at WrestleMania 26. Kicking Daniel Bryan's head off in 18 seconds at WrestleMania 28. Bro kicking and beating the New Day at WrestleMania last year. There's a lot of things that go into that. So I think, Daniel Bryan was very iconic, but the Triple H one would have to be the one I remember most because I've never been at a WrestleMania. I walked out there, it was 80, 90,000 people, and I swear to God, I'd never been hit with such noise and such blown away by the sheer scale and size of how big Mania was. That to me was my WrestleMania moment, is walking through the curtain, standing on stage to my music at my very, very first WrestleMania. Not literally tripping on the stage and rolling all the way down to the ring, which seemed like a mile long at the time. So many things. The accumulation of all the time I'd spent to try and get to WWE. The WrestleMania 24 where I put the ring up and took the ring down after the Undertaker Edge match. All those things went through my mind. The fact that I made it, the song I remember at the time, WWE for WrestleMania 26 was I Made It. And that's what it was, I made it this far. A lot of people doubted me, but I'd never doubted my own ability and doubted my own vision and my own drive and my own goals. So it was a magic moment, and if nothing had gone beyond that moment, I know I'd achieved more than people ever imagined, or that most people would ever have, the courage to do or follow. I felt there was a niche there for an Irish superstar. This is before Finlay came along. And I don't know, I remember, I said this a couple of times, my grandmother was very close to my granny, my dad's side. I'm close to both grandmothers, but she always told me to find your call. And she wanted me to be a Catholic priest, which scared the bejesus out of me. But at the same time, she got one thing right, is you find your calling. And I never knew what that was, but by 24 years old, I started getting the urge. I was watching it, I kind of fell out of it a little bit for a couple of years. Started watching it again, I was like, I can do this, I mean, my dad had me in the gym at 16 years old working out, which was a great platform for me, but I felt like I could do this, and I had the help of some great friends. Ray Senior was a great friend, believed in me, and a couple of good trainers in the UK, and I said, I'm gonna do this, and I believed in myself. When you come over from Ireland and you give up your job, your house, and your way of life, and there's no distractions when you get over here. So I knew, that's why people like Cesaro, myself, Rusev, we're very, very much driven because everybody's at home. We don't have any distractions. We're here for a purpose. That feels like a bad thing when you come over because you miss all your family, but at the same time, it can keep you focused, it can keep you on track, and it can help you. It makes you realize every day that you're there for your goal. You don't lose sight of your goals. You don't lose track of your goals. You know, this is why I'm here. This is why I busted my ass. This is why I'm sacrificing seeing, you know, my family and friends back home. This is my way of life. This is what I'm here to do. I will not go back to Ireland. I will not go back a failure. I will not go back as a what if. I will succeed no matter what the cost. Loads of hidden talents. That's why they're hidden. You won't know about them until it's too late. It's a story I've told a million times. You know, it's so funny when I do these interviews, like 7 years, like everyone asks me, what got you to wrestling? What got you to this? Listen, when you love something, you do it. When you follow your dream, it's a hard process like anything else. Success rate is very, very low. And you have to remind yourself of that sometimes, because, you know, sometimes you get frustrated where you're at or what you're doing. And any walk of life, any business, any team sport, anything at all, you got to remember, you know, how much you sacrifice to get there, and, you know, be aware of how lucky you are doing that. But it's a long process, man. I'll tell you right now, it's about having vision, it's about having goals, about sticking to the goals, about not making excuses why you can't do those goals. It's simple as that, and I think that's for anything at all. Like, people go, wow, wrestling, how'd you get into wrestling? But the truth of the matter is, if you want to become a professional NFL player, if you want to become a baseball player, if you want to become a basketball player, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to play up bleeding, I don't know, Lego, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, it's just, you gotta have focus, you gotta know what you are, you gotta know what your goals are, and you'll find a way no matter what. If you're that determined and super determined to do it, there'll be no excuses, and you will succeed. I'm proof of that. Favorite place to eat in Tampa? Where would I go now? No, I've always been Ocean Prime, Eddie V's are good spots. They are very good spots, but you know what, man? I don't mind an El Bison Burger in Brickhouse. It's pretty good. Bison Burger and a frothy beverage, you know? It's nothing like on a hot day. I play for them all, man. Multi-talented, you know what I mean? As long as they can fit the time in, as long as they just rotate their schedules. I played rugby, so NFL football, I've kind of endeared to it over here. Me on the ice is not good, so I'd be on my arse more than I would be on my feet on the ice rink. Fair play to those lads. It's a crazy sport, ice hockey. The Rowdies, bit of football too, or soccer as you call it over here. So definitely NFL or the Rowdies. I'll just watch the ice hockey, you know. The last time I got in the ice, I got a concussion because I went face down and, yeah, took a face plant on the ice one time. That was a long time ago. The one thing I hope that the NXT talent, you know, don't, how do I say this? I just hope the NXT talent are appreciative of what they've got. You know, there's a lot of respect needed for this business. I came in here with a lot of respect when I first started. A lot of the guys aren't there anymore. Taker was there actively. Shawn Michaels, Edge, Christian, Triple H, like Batista, like all these guys were like top of the game, you know, and I came in there. And, you know, it was a very intimidating atmosphere, especially as a fan. I just, you know, it's sometimes like you hope that the next generation of superstars of NXT come in with the same type of respect and knowing how lucky they are to be there. You know what I mean? You know, we all earn what we do. End of story. Maybe we're not lucky. Maybe we do earn what we get and where we're at. But still, there has to be a situation where you appreciate what you got. Because when you stop appreciating what you have, that's when you start losing focus, and that's when you disappear into the shadows, you know. So it's a great opportunity for the NXT talent to be there at WrestleMania, to be involved at WrestleMania, and in their own hometown. It would bring a lot of eyes on NXT too. So that's up to them, those guys, to capitalize on that, because we're always looking for the next generation of talent to come up, our superstars, men and women. My first day there, I walked in and I was kind of blown away. I was like, this is developmental. Like, it was literally inside of a warehouse. There was like overflow of canned goods from Publix. There was 4 rings, big industrial fans going. It was like probably 110 degrees in there, maybe more. I remember going, wow, this is developmental. Because when you think WWE, you're not thinking of development. You're thinking like WWE, Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania, you know? And I walked in there and I was like, okay. So, I mean, it was, the great thing was, I got to watch the FCW as an arena. When you first saw those tapings, I got to see that like being built from literally the ground up, which was incredible, and it was a great facility and a great arena. But which I still believe that was a catalyst for NXT and that amazing state-of-the-art performance center they have. But yeah, I mean, I have some great memories there. Meeting a lot of great people, great friends who are still my friends. A lot of guys were there. Kofi Kingston was there. You know, Jack Swagger was there. D.H. Smith was there at the time. Ted DiBiase Jr., Curtis Axel, Heath Slater. There's a lot of guys came out of there. You know, I'm sure I'm missing a lot more as well. From when I first started, I mean, when I arrived there, Alex Riley was there. Byron Saxton was a wrestler at the time before he became an announcer. So it was a cool situation. And to watch it being built up from the ground up was unbelievable. But, you know, because it was bare bones, it gave you a lot of respect for what you were doing. There was no glitz and glamour to it. You went in there, you hustled every day, you worked hard every day, you bumped your ass off, you hit the ropes, your cardio had to be on point. And, you know, you did everything you did. It was kind of like, because it was the bare bones, the mentality was, I'm going to work as hard as I can and get out of here as quick as I can to get onto the main roster. There was no kind of comfort zone there, but that's what it should be, you know. People shouldn't want to stay in the minor leagues. They should want to go to the major leagues. What's the crack, Tampa? See you at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando.